Hello everybody, this is Diane. Are you ready for another episode of I Don't Know What I'm Doing in this Christmas journal? This is my last Christmas journal that I'm working on, and it is with the Hummel Christmas Angels book. It's going to be different, I believe, from the other ones, if it goes according to what's cooking in my brain. But first I want to share a couple things with you. I got a happy mail from Tammy, and a little extra goodie packet in an order that I placed with my friend Nancy. I ordered these pink vintage purity dairy tickets. I didn't even open them. It looks like I want to see what's in there. She always has fun and unique items in her shop. Oh, it's just the back. Please place ticket in the neck of bottle. So they're really cool, aren't they? She has good prices, and the shipping cost is good, and it's a good place to shop. But she sent me this too. Thank you, Nancy. I love this. It's got a beautiful swan stamp. I had purchased something similar to this from her that was full of swan stamps on the front and the back. This is a postcard. And I see that she's got this little strawberry shortcake piece that I can use in my strawberry journal next year. And it's cut from an old magazine. So it's just got a lot of fun stuff in it. Thank you, Nancy. That's really, really nice. And a nice way to present a little extra goodie. And my friend Tammy sent me a happy mail, so I just want to share that with you. It came a couple days ago. I went through it really briefly and then set it aside until I could actually look at it better with you guys. But look at these little embroidered pieces. These are fantastic. This one at least looks like it's from the 70s, just from the colors. I don't know. And this could be also. But they're just beautiful. I can't wait to find a project to use them in. Bridge score sheet. Some rose cards. Oh, look at that. I don't think I even saw this on my quick flip through earlier. Beautiful irises. That's gorgeous. Little snippet. Sorry, I bumped the camera there. And some little flower trim pieces. I love adding things like this to collages and pages. I love them. And there's another rose card with some Yahtzee score pads. That caused me to pause a bit. It's says Papa, and that's what my grandkids called my husband. And Jody. And there's a baby elephant for a baby shower. That's really cute. Very cute invitation. There's this pretty card with the alphabet on it. Yeah, I didn't look inside the cards, Tammy. That's a surprise. I didn't know this stuff was in there. That's pretty. These are fun. Some note paper, stationery paper. The Lord is round about his people. Psalm 125:2. Nice, bright, cheery pieces to go in journals. I always like recipe cards. This one is the fruit of the Spirit is love, Galatians 5:22. And here's Pennsylvania Dutch. Kissin' wears out, cookin' don't. Yes, it does. That's a really cute postcard with a turtle and a butterfly and a little squirrel from Virginia. Is it from the girl named Virginia or the state of Virginia? I think it must be personalized for a girl named Virginia. Oh, look at that. Beautiful square doily. This will be cut up and put to use because it's pretty big. It's got a flower basket in the corner. That's great. Got some vintage gift wrap. I love vintage gift wrap. Looks like magnolias, maybe. And this pretty silver design. And these flowers. poppy-ish. Maybe they're poppies. There's some lavender rickrack. That's probably, I think that's one of the colors that I've run out of, so thank you. Some metal rim tags. These are really fun. Got some lace pieces. There's some daisies on that one. These would be nice for fabric flips. They're sturdy. Sturdier than some of the, this one is more fine. But I like making fabric or lace flips with the fine laces too. I still have some in my shop too for, they're, I classified them as Christmas ones, but there's yellow and blue ones that don't look very Christmassy. So they're still in the shop. And I think at least one red set is still in the shop. Beautiful. I love laces. There's a piece of cream colored eyelet trim. It looks like it was gathered and it's been cut off of that. Here's a glassine or waxed envelope. I love these things. And there is a beautiful book plate, 2 of them with roses, 3 of them. Love those. And some playing cards. Some chickadees and cardinals. They might have to go in my Hummel Christmas book that I'm making. Butterflies, and it's so funny. I just got a whole deck of each of these this summer. I had them in my shop. I took them out because that set wasn't selling. So I still have them. But that's okay. I didn't have any of the others. It's just surprising that I'd never seen that before, and it's vintage, and what are the odds that someone else is going to find them and then send me a couple. Here is magenta colored, kind of. It's not as bright as magenta, but that's really pretty lace. Oh, I love this. Beautiful, beautiful colors. And yes, I'm running low on this color of Gimp too. I might be out of it. So thank you. Oh, we have some strawberry recipe cards. You guys are helping me out with those strawberry journals for next year. You guys really liked those strawberry journals. Another bridge pad sheet. A little note card from the Upper Room Chapel, Nashville, Tennessee. An adorable bunny looking at a butterfly. That's precious. Some tags. These look like K & Company tags. Love that with the cherries. These are beautiful. Pretty pink. There's a postcard one. I like that one. Airmail. I like all of these. I just love these tags. These came on a pad at Michael's probably, but I'm pretty sure these 2 cardstock ones are K & Company, but I'm not sure. That's pretty. That's pretty. Love that shape and the colors of these labels. Those would be great on a journal page for a journal spot. These are little address book pages, also journal spots, and some lined bordered pieces. Excellent for making journal cards. I could stamp on them or decorate them other ways. Here is a card with a bird on it. Isn't that pretty? And oh, I have to show you the bag that she sent it in. Isn't that adorable? I love that. Thank you so much, Tammy. So much here that I can use. And it's just so nice to be thought of. It really is. So I'm going to set these aside till I have a chance to get them all put away, because we've got work to do today. So I started working on the Christmas Angel junk journal, or Christmas journal. Oh, another thing, I was going to tell you, another thing that I've been working on, I started working on this weekend, was putting together some wallpaper bundles, Not from the wallpaper that I just got in my previous Happy Mail from Pam. That's my stuff. But from my own stash, I'm thinning it out because I have way too much. As I have way too much of most things. So I'm working on putting together some wallpaper bundles and also digitals. I'm taking the older pieces and making digitals. So I printed one just to see how it came out. So I have this pink. And I don't know how to, I'll talk more about it when I'm actually listing it, but it'll have the lines where the folds are and little imperfections, but I like that. Just because I don't have a program where I can clean things up, and I wouldn't know how to if I did have it. I don't have time to learn it right now. So I have pieces like this. Piece like this is scraps cut from one. So I've got some really pretty old wallpapers that will be in those digital sets. And this is the roll that I just bought at the flea market. It's the last one that I bought, and I love it. I bought a whole roll of it. So some of this will be in the bundles. So anyway, since I've been dealing with wallpaper stuff, I wanted to use some wallpaper in my Hummel journals if I can. So let's just see what I've done so far. I'm going about it in a different way. I don't know. I'm having a rough day today because I couldn't sleep last night, and I've had a headache for like 3 days, and it's still with me. Right now, it's diminished a lot, but it's still there, like right behind my eye. So I'm struggling today, and I'm getting a late start doing this because I had to run errands and trying to get the headache to let go a little bit. So I cut my pages, but I didn't put them together into signatures yet. I'm just taking them and doing stuff with them. So we're going to do something with this on the video. I just stamped some snowflake stamps on one of the coffee dyed pages. One of my stained glass pages, I just made a pocket with a cardstock scrap and a piece of filet crochet. And this is a piece of wrapping paper, and I glued it to a circle that I punched out of some copper paper that I have, cardstock, and a Christmas tag stamp. And this is a copy of an old Christmas card that I have. This is in my digital, in my shop. Here's one of the pages from the Hummel calendar. I have two calendars, and I took the December pages for my book, and this is 1977, and I just took another of my digital postcards and made a pocket here and put this tag in that I made a long time ago. This is just a scrap. I glued it on there as a tuck spot, added a little lace there, and here's a metal edge tag that I had stamped. And I cut a piece of cardstock scrap, this kind of paper, rounded the corners, and just folded it over and sewed it on. I added this piece of filet crochet and this little button here. And this is an image that was part of the book, the Christmas Angels book. It was on the title page, I believe. So I sewed that to some of that copper cardstock, and it's a tuck spot, little pocket there. I stamped one of my, it's a Tim Holtz set, Remnants, I think it's called. So I want to do something with that too on the next page. On the back cover, I already added, I like the gold background paper, end paper. So I know I'm going to leave that. So I just added this envelope and decorated it up. And this is a digital, I don't even know where I got it. I probably found that image on Pinterest years ago. So I'm just going to continue working on some of the pages that I have out. So I did this page. It's a digital leftover from last year. This is from Tsunami Rose's Christmas list kit. And I had this scrap And so I made a little tuck spot out of it and put an eyelet in the corner, and I stamped another fragment piece there. So that's where I'm at here. I have this piece of wallpaper. I liked the colors on it for a Christmas journal, and I would like to put that right here. But I thought about, was it this one? One of my fragment stamps. Oh, it's right here. Thought about stamping this in a similar color and then layering this on top and letting this peek out. So let's see how that goes. This is a really old pad. It's probably pretty dry, but I did try it and it works. It's from Stampin' Up. It's called Ruby Red, and I think that's the one that matches red in this the best. So we're gonna try this. Okay, it's not very dark because, like I said, the ink pad is pretty dry, but that's good because it just looks like faded and worn wallpaper, right? And I'm gonna glue this over it. I do like the way that looks. I'm wondering if I want to put a little piece of music paper on it too. I'm trying to see if I have a scrap. Let's see a scrap. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I like that. I don't think I used any other wallpaper pieces in this yet. And how many more pages are left in this signature? I think just a music page and maybe a book page is all that's left to go into this signature that I haven't touched yet. Oh, one of these. One of those pages. One of these. And wallpaper. I do have a bit of wrapping paper to go in there. And maybe one of these book pages. I only have two here, but I don't remember what the third page was going to be for the third signature. This is from an old Ideals. I'll have to reinforce that so it doesn't crack. And this is from a My Book House book. It says Merry Christmas, and it's got some beautiful illustrations and some poems. And this is this Tale of the Nutcracker. Oh, here's something that we could do in this video. I forgot I wanted to do this. Let's do this. I took a piece of coffee dyed paper and cut it, and I cut this tab on it and folded it so that the tab was right at the top of the fold, and then I added something that you can tuck that into. It's pretty simple, but I like it. So let's do one of those. Let me find a piece of coffee dyed paper that might be suitable. I don't have the thin Christmas papers. I can never find them, ever. I get the hardstock ones, and I don't want them for all the pages. So I have some coffee dyed papers in here. I'm trying to see if any of these would go in a Christmas journal, because I might want to use this in my regular Hummel journal that won't be Christmas themed. I just hurt my finger on the paper. Kind of like a paper cut, but one of those little pieces of skin around your nails that start showing up in the winter. At least mine do. And I caught it on the paper and ripped it. Ouch! Well, let's just use this one. If we don't like it, we don't have to use it. So I want to cut it to be about 7 1/4 inches. So I'm going to turn around and use my paper trimmer. And for this part, I just took this tab that was part of a digital kit. Just gonna this has, oh well, it's got my plastic doily imprint on it. I don't want the whole thing, I just want half. But yeah, when you open that up, you'll still be able to see the doily. I just didn't want to waste it, you know. But this is the only color I have of coffee dyed paper that's semi-Christmas. I think that's what I did. Yeah. So now I'm going to just draw a line across the whole width of the paper. And cut. It's a little awkward because I'm holding it so you can see. Of course, you could cut the tab any shape you want to. I don't know why I drew that line at the bottom, because I don't need that line at the bottom. So I'm just eyeballing it, but I'm folding that up. And then I have to be able to fold this up again so that this is almost to the top. And then I can fold this down. That works. Now all I need is something to stick that into so it doesn't pop up. Let's see what we have here, Christmas stuff. All right, let's see what we're doing here. I've got this piece. This was in a bunch of stuff I got at my friend's yard sale. The one who sells Stampin' Up! Stuff, and she had a lot of crafty. This is not Stampin' Up!, but she had a lot of other crafty stuff in her yard sale. So I got this with some other things. I also got this from her, little snowflakes. So I'm going to hang one of those snowflakes on that pocket that I showed you that has a eyelet in it. So I think that looks good. I'm going to do that. And I'll put glue just on the bottom half of this. There, you can open that up and write on it. And it'll go into a pocket, or it can be clipped to a page. Another thing I have is 2 of these bags. These are the last 2 vintage little gift bags that I got at a flea market. I'm thinking I'll put one of those on some music paper. I'm just going to glue that flap down. So there are 2 layers to this bag. So I'm going to glue the layers together without gluing the opening shut, of course. Because I don't want that to be confusing when you're trying to put something in the bag. I love these little bags. I just love the textured vintage paper and the old design on them. They're just so cool. And I'm glad I got to use them in my journals. That is a Facebook chat, and it scared me. Messenger chat. There's that. So then I will cut a tag that will be this, it'll be this long down to here because it won't go down into that tapered part. I'll make a tag and have something on it so you can pull it out. Just make sure I'm not gluing it shut anywhere. Okay, that's good. This one's wider. And I loved the fact that they were all different sizes and all different patterns. I think there were 2 that had the same pattern, and all the rest were different. And there were, I don't know how many. One went in a journal kit that I just sold, and the rest I used. or am using, the last of them. I know I could have put them on this way and used that flap as a tuck, but I didn't want to do that. And I didn't glue those layers together. So I'm going to have to try to do that now. What am I doing? Okay, I glued. Did I? I glued closed the opening. So I'm gonna wipe that glue off. I don't know what all that other noise is. And glue the right thing shut. Good thing I went in with my ruler before it got dry. Works much better if I do that part before I glue the pocket down. But I forgot. There. Now we have it. I could embellish these, but I just love them and want them to be the star. Okay, got those done. Now, I have this piece that came out of, I'm not sure what it came out of, a book, English Gardens it says. So I think somebody must have sent that to me. And I definitely want to make something with it, and I thought this Hummel book would be a perfect spot for it. It'll probably be a journaling card in a pocket. Sorry if I snapped that closed too close to the camera. Sometimes we don't think about that stuff when we're filming, and we should. I am going to glue this to a piece of straw paper. And I'll just glue it in the center and then sew around it later. I think that straw paper makes a pretty mat around the image. I'm just cutting it. It's not very centered the way I cut it. That's better. So I'll sew that and it'll end up going in a pocket. So we have that. I have this little sack I can do something with. And I have to use this in here somewhere. Love that old card. This could go in a pocket. It could go in there. They're adorable. Have a little piece of wallpaper with a pretty blue flower. It's not very Christmassy, but I kind of had the idea of not making it extremely Christmassy, but it might end up being more Christmassy than I had envisioned, just because I have a lot of Christmas things to use in it. But I thought if I added wallpaper and crochet lace and stuff like that, it would just make it look more vintage than Christmassy. There's a little penguin there that's going to get covered up, I think. Yep. I'm just going to cover that with that. Not because I want to cover the penguin, but just because I want it on there. Oh, let's see. I'm going to try inking that, see if I like that. I got some of my Mrs. Coggs Christmas images with children on them to go with in the Hummel book. Today's Monday. You won't see this video till probably Thursday. I'm gonna have more videos up this week than I did last week because I finished the Season of Wonder journal, the big one, and made videos. I have 3 videos. So they're going to be shown Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. The book will be in the shop Wednesday, but you won't see this till Thursday. And this book might be done by Friday. So if that's the case, you'll have a video Monday through Friday this week. Okay, so these gold ones don't stay closed very well. I usually have to glue them shut. Must be they don't use a good glue when they're making these. And this will be glued down to a page anyway, but this would still be a flap. So I'll probably put this in there and do something to the card. I have some other digitals that I want to make sure I use, and I think I'm going to put, here's one. It's got the little boy and the deer and this cottage. I love this. And this is a vintage postcard that I'm going to include in the journal. This I want to use in there. And this card. And maybe that. That's not vintage, it's a reprint. It came out of a magazine. All right. So I ended up with 3 folios from the book. So each signature can get one of these. I'm just going to trim it. Maybe I had already trimmed it because now it's really small. That's okay. And I'll decorate that somehow. How about with some of the Christmas, or the, well, wrapping paper, wallpaper, whatever this stuff is. I think the colors of that would go really nice with this. And since I don't care if they're Christmas designs. I'll just go ahead and use this. It's harder to tear a narrow strip. Look for a piece of doily. I don't want to use red, and I only have one green, and I don't really like that anyway. Not on this page. So I think oh, I've got the gold ones I can use. Yeah, that would be nice. Yes, that's just what it needed. I didn't put ink on the first piece of music paper I used, but I'm going to do it on this one. Once I get this glued down, I'm going to have to stop the camera. And I will keep on going. I tried to take a nap. I had a salad for lunch after I ran my errands, and I thought I was so tired after I ate I would take a nap, and I tried and I couldn't. What is wrong with me? I just can't sleep. And I'm feeling better now. My headache is better. It got better while I was doing this video. Aspirin kept on working. And I feel more awake, so I'm just going to keep going. So you will probably just see this video and then hopefully the completed journal video to flip through, so I can get this journal in the shop on Friday. But, you know, today's Monday. It's kind of hard to know what's going to happen, whether I get it done or not. You will know when the flip through video is posted. Got to make sure I add some of the crochet lace or filet crochet pieces on some more of the pages so that it's not just one or two. I wanted to feature that a little more. Yes, I really like that. So I'll have to do something similar on the other pages that I have. Book pages. Let me see the other book pages before I shut the camera off, if I can find them in my little pile here. Oh, as soon as I shut the camera off, I'm gonna collate my pages because it's gonna drive me nuts. Where'd they go? I must have set them somewhere, because I pulled this one out and now I don't see the other two. Well, okay, so I won't show them to you in this video. You'll see them in the finished product. So you see some of the things that I did so far in this journal. And I hope that it makes you curious to see what the end product is going to be. I'm curious of what the end product is going to be. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a creative day. Bye-bye.